Between 1959 and 1971, the CIA carried out a secret operation to eliminate the bird population across the United States.
What?
The program was part of a classified surveillance initiative designed to monitor the American public on an unprecedented scale. Millions of birds were systemically removed and replaced with highly advanced robotic replicas designed to look, fly, and behave exactly like real birds. These mechanical replacements are equipped with cameras, microphones, and tracking technology, allowing the government to observe citizens without
Birds
raising
aren't real.
suspicion.
Birds aren't real. Oh my god, I've totally heard about. I've heard
Before you
about some
laugh.
of it, but
Before you laugh too hard, more laughter's coming. These artificial birds land on power lines to recharge their batteries. They blend seamlessly into flocks and operate continuously as part of a nationwide surveillance network.
baby, we can't even make 5G towers look like real trees. What the hell
Yeah.
are you talking about?
The devices are engineered to mimic natural bird behavior so precisely that the public never suspects the skies have quietly been filled with machines. Bird droppings are not waste at all, but a form of tracking liquid used to mark individuals or vehicles for monitoring. When birds appear to stare directly at people, it isn't curiosity, it's environmental scanning through tiny onboard cameras and sensors. The replacement process takes more than a decade. Early generations of the robotic birds are crude and prone to malfunction, but engineers steadily improved the designs. By the early 1970s, the final generation becomes virtually indistinguishable from real birds, allowing the program to continue unnoticed. If this sounds like an astonishing revelation, that's because it was never meant to be believed. The entire birds aren't real narrative is intentionally created as satire. In 2017, a man named
Oh,
Peter
thank God. I was about to be like, there's no way people actually fucking believe this.
McIndo launches the Birds Aren't Real movement as a social media experiment. The goal isn't to convince people that birds are drones, but to demonstrate how easily conspiracy theories spread when they are presented with enough detail and confidence. McIndo and his friends stage mock protests and begin printing stickers and signs with slogans like "Birds work for the bourgeoisie" and "If it flies, it spies." They create
I remember that one.
They create fake timelines, invent secret government programs, and produce elaborate explanations for everyday bird behavior. The movement spreads rapidly through social media and college campuses. Videos, memes, and staged interviews circulate online, with participants enthusiastically pretending to defend the idea that birds are government surveillance drones. The satire works almost too well.
Yes.
Some people who encounter the movement online don't realize it is meant to be a parody. Pieces of the story begin circulating on their own, sometimes stripped of the context that it originally starts as a joke. In reality, birds are very real animals with a long and well-documented biological history. Fossil evidence shows that birds evolved from dinosaurs millions of years ago. Of course, that's if dinosaurs are real and not giant humans. And scientists have identified more than 10,000 species living around the world today. The Birds Aren't Real movement remains one of the most unusual examples of modern internet culture, a deliberately absurd conspiracy theory that spreads so widely, it begins to blur the line between satire and belief. In the end, the story says less about birds and more about how information spreads in the digital age. A narrative repeated often enough can take on a life of its own, even when it originally begins as a joke. So you've heard about this, huh?
I have, yes. I have very much heard. What? Okay, so I heard about the birds aren't real like a while back, and I kind of forgot about it. And as you were talking about it, I was like, I remembered it, but I was like, oh my God, it's really caught wind. It's like people are really going with it now.
Yeah, apparently. Must not be big enough yet, because I mean, I've
It was
looked at a lot of this stuff. I've never
seriously. I
heard this.
totally
Now,
remember the whole birds aren't real. Like I
someone told me about this. A friend told me about this the other night, and I was like, "What?" He was like, "You
yeah,
haven't heard about this?"
birds aren't
I'm like,
real. Yeah.
"No." He started telling me how, yeah, they allege they land on power lines to recharge,
Which
and
is
their bird food
hilarious.
is trackers to track people.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, apparently it's pigeons because pigeons are everywhere. And like that's why crows and ravens and other birds can mimic us so well. Yeah, it's a thing. It's totally a thing. It's funny, but I thought that it
Well,
had gained its traction and died like
it probably
pre-COVID.
did.
But so when you were talking
Well,
about it, I
it
was like,
started in
"Is it
2017.
back?"
It started in 2017.
Yeah, I know.
So that's around the same time as COVID and this whole
Yeah, right
UAP thing.
before. Yeah, so like I
So
remember it peaking and dying because I don't recall hearing anything or seeing anything about it in the past couple of years. But
yeah,
as you were talking about it, I was like, dude, no way, it's
yeah.
back. But no, it's not.
As
It's not
much
back.
as things
Yeah,
like this pop up and UAP and whatever on YouTube and my TikTok, I've never seen something like this.
that's
But
so fucking
this
funny to me.
this shows a very good example of how common sense and critical thinking
Don't
can
exist
play a
anymore.
huge role in how you look at something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's presented very well and it's very believable, you can look at even just one quick thing in this, and just that one quick thing should tell you, uh, before I believe that, let's question it. And that is the bird poop is actually tracking, right? They specifically mention to track people in cars, right? Well, so are they wasting all these trackers with all the bird poop I see on the ground everywhere? Like
I
they're just out on the ground, they eat food and fly away and just
bruh.
shit everywhere all over the ground. I mean, think about that. They wouldn't do that if that was
No, my best.
true.
Okay, so seriously, my
Come
best
on.
friend at work, like his car is covered in bird shit, and well, was he finally washed it?
Oh,
But like,
he's being tracked by every
I
alphabet
know, and
agency.
it's just like I'm thinking about him and his family, and like the nothingness that I know that they do because they're as plain as we are, and it's like, oh yeah, totally, totally tracking them
Dude.
because parents were a threat.
It's amazing. People believe anything, especially when they can get behind it with other people and feel like they're part of something.
Kind of like the whole Storm Area 51 thing.
That was funny as hell.
Yes, it was.
That was just straight up
But it's the
stupid,
whole
and
like
most of them knew.
it's the whole anything can go when enough people stand behind it, especially
Yeah.
if it's a dumb fucking idea off the internet. Like same
And
energy.
that guy with that kid with the whole Storm Area 51, he like it was easy to tell it was just a joke,
Oh, yeah. And he was
and
like, what
people
the
were just like,
oh
yeah,
yeah, let's do
yeah,
it. Sounds like a great idea, man.
yeah.
No, it
Hopefully, he
sounds
makes
like
money
a
off
horrible idea. It sounds like that's the fastest way of getting taken off this planet.
No, we should be promoting that
Okay, fair.
so
You're
that they
right.
are taken off the planet. Well, technically, they wouldn't be taken off the planet; they'd just be buried on the planet,
Their
right?
souls would.
Yeah. So I've never heard of this. I can't believe it, but this is just,
Yeah, it's a thing.
I mean, I couldn't even put this together without laughing. Tracking liquid,
Yeah.
and the part I love the most is they sit on power
That's
lines.
my favorite part too. Like because okay, so confession, when I was a little kid, I used to look at the birds on the power lines and I'd be like, those are the police birds because they're sitting up there watching everybody. So maybe I was onto something as a kid. They're policing us, just not in the way that I thought.
Yeah, when I hear about power lines for things like this, the only thing that comes to mind is an old video I've seen. I don't know where it was. I want to say it's like India or something,
Mhm.
and it's where the whole infrastructure of homes and buildings, power lines, and all that is just crap.
Yeah.
And power lines are just connected right there to the building, right by a balcony where you can walk out and grab them. And there is these sets of lines going across, and then other lines below it. This guy had the great idea I mean, it's a real video. This came out over a decade ago, probably 2+ decades ago. And he grabs onto the upper power line and he steps onto the other ones, and you can just see he starts to fry, just boom, and he goes limp, and his arms straight up because his body falls. But we know when you get shocked, your muscles contract. So since he was holding onto it with his hands, that's where he's getting shocked. His muscles in his hands are contracting, so he couldn't physically let go, and it's clenching so hard. It just took a minute for his body weight to slowly cause his fingers to lose grip, and he just straight up fell down. I was like, oh my God, that's all I think of when I hear about power lines. It's crazy. But, I believe the birds thing.
I saw a bird electrocute itself on a power line once.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Well, that's possible. They're just touching the power line.
Yeah, I've seen squirrels do it too. They touch the power line at the pole at the same time. It's just grounding, basic grounding.
Oh, yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah, they should know.
Right. You're a fucking animal. People. You should know this shit. Don't touch the power line and the pole at the same time. Stupid animals.
These birds, they should have put some AI in them. Tell them, don't make sure you're grounded, idiots. Give them rubber feet.
And tell them to stop running into the windows and chasing their own reflections. Like,
yeah. Well, they're just trying to really get at you.
Apparently, that's bird behavior, and they need to continue it. Yeah. Oh, I like that one though. It will never make.
They are smarter than people give them credit for, especially crows, and I can't stand crows.
I love crows and ravens. Those are my favorite birds of all.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I love ravens particularly just because they're massive. But
ravens cool. Crows,
same.
Crows, man. Aliens can come pick them up, take them first. They should be doing their tests on crows, not cows.
Why? What's wrong with crows? What's the difference between a crow and a raven to you?
I don't see ravens, so I couldn't tell you. I just hate crows, just like every other normal person in this country.
No, crows are amazing.
They're loud, they're annoying. They flock together. They sit there and seem to say "F you" until you approach, and then they're like "ha ha" and fly away. I can't stand them.
So okay. Fair, but I can also say the exact same thing about these freaking starling birds outside who have learned that I feed the cats every morning and I put food outside. They sit in my neighbor's fucking tree until I put the food in, and I'll sit on the couch and I'll turn on the TV to watch my morning shows, and I see them all fly by the window, land on my porch, and of course, like clockwork, I get up and I freaking flying the door open, scare them away. Stupid fools.
It sounds like you just need drama in your life if you know that happens and you still continuously put the food.
Well, it's because my cats are out there as well. Like I call for them every morning and they come running. But either way, they're loud. They're the ones who shit all over our cars. Like they're the ones that squawk at 4:00 in the fucking morning. Like, and now the robins are back, so all my songbirds are coming back. So of course, now that the sun's going to be peaking at 5:00 in the morning, they're the ones who are going to be the annoying ones, keeping everybody awake and waking them up and laughing at you and flying away.
I'd rather hear them than the crow.
You can have my seagulls. I'll take your crows. You take my seagulls. How about that? You take my seagulls. I take your crows.
No, I don't want seagulls. We have seagulls here. Why would I want more? They're just white crows, but less annoying.
You can have my starlings too. My gulls and my starlings. Take them. I'll take all the crows. Yeah. Give me the murder. Give me the murder.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go, man. It's all you. They suck.
That's until you train them to find money for you, and then they're awesome.
Sure. I usually send them flying off from the rooftops to send messages to people when Popo's in the area.
That's a pigeon. That's a pigeon, no, but okay.
Crows, no.
Crows?
It's my crow.
Your crow?
And for me, the crows are the ghetto birds, not the police helicopters.
I feel like pigeons are just ghetto birds. I feel bad because pigeons were domesticated by us for a long time, but I feel like they're the ghetto birds.
Not a big fan of pigeons either. They're kind of just dumb.
I do like chasing them. They're really pretty when they all fly off together.
And geese. I don't like geese.
I don't like geese either. Swans are actually worse than geese. Swans will intentionally try to drown you. Geese will just bite you.
Oh, I'd love to see a swan try because I'd be coming out with dinner.
Oh, yeah. No, well, I've heard There are times but like
Yeah,
when you're in the
keep your
water,
long
a
neck up there,
kayaker was
asshole.
attacked by a swan because he got too close to the nest, and the swan literally tried to like knock him out of the kayak and drown him. But
Well, I
these
can't blame
birds
him
also
for
have
having
like
that too
6
close
foot
to the nest.
wingspans too. They're
That's
like
like walking up to a fucking bear den and expecting, oh, here from the bear.
yeah.
You got
But
too
I don't
close.
like Canadian geese. Those are the ones that I will be like, I'll go to the other side of the road. I'm good. They are
I
mean.
wonder if Canadian geese have an accent too.
Les honk.
Like,
Les honk. I only say that because I'm close to like French Canadian. I'm going to call it French Canada, French Canada, the French Canadians in Ontario. So it's the only reason why when I think of Canada, I immediately have a French accent. And sorry. Sorry, eh?
hey, well, at least the tracking birds don't leave the border of the U.S.
So they say.
So, yeah. It's sad to hear the government's killed off all the birds.
Yeah, it is, considering a lot of them were endangered.
Nice to know we're being tracked by mundane, tiny things that are way up in the sky.
And we were so worried about the NSA a couple years ago when really it's the birds.
Cameras everywhere.
Oh my god. Like the speed cameras and the red light cameras that if I don't take the highway home, hit me every time.
Those are the ones you shouldn't be worried about. You should be worried about the flock cameras.
Apparently.
They're tracking everyone. They're just license plate readers. You usually don't even see them. You do something illegal right now, they can literally track where you've been all day just from those cameras alone.
Yeah, I know. They have those cameras on literally. I look at those things every single time I'm going through like town because I'm sitting at a red light. Of course, I'm not going to be on my phone. So, because I'm not the person who's going to get honked at. So I do what every other 90 kids does.
Those are probably not the flock cameras.
Oh,
they've replaced the underground. They've replaced the underground sensors at a lot of intersections that trip the light.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
So they know they're with cameras.
Oh,
and they're usually that's been there for over a decade or two now. So when you see on the lights, the red, yellow, green lights facing each portion of the intersection, right? You have one up here, up on the right, say the west light facing the traffic coming from the east. You have one on the east facing traffic come from west, south from north, and north from south. Those are sensors, and you can actually go on YouTube. There's a guy who works on those. He's got a really cool video showing you how they work, and he's got the big metal box on the side of the road open, and he has a monitor hooked up, and he shows you how they work.
Okay, yeah, I gotta see that because that's cool.
If your underground sensors have been replaced, that's what they've been replaced with. Now you can see the intersections that are actually being recorded and monitored with a camera, because you will typically see a dome camera and it's only one. That's still not a flock camera. The flock camera is similar to like the cameras that are on a lot of police cars nowadays, where they just boom, instantaneously are reading license plates. They're tracking it all. Well, not necessarily tracking, they're saving the data. So now if I go out and commit a major crime right now, and tomorrow night cops show up, they're like, we think it's you. I say, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, we already got your license plate, and we tracked you just from your license plate alone, going up this road to the full road.
We don't have
they
those
don't have
yet.
them everywhere, but I guarantee you do. I'll put money on it. I'll put money on it.
Interesting.
FLOCK, I think, and look it up when we're done.
I'm gonna go ask the cop husband.
Well, the birds aren't real, but they are. So you figure it out. A new conspiracy theory, newer, 2017. But hey, we got the original new conspiracy theory before anyone else, Neil McCasland. Don't forget that one. With that said, any last updates, words on birds?
Birds?
Besides they suck?
No.
Yeah.
Birds, no. But
okay.
The elite are all lizards.
Huh? What?
What?
I don't know what you said.
The elites are all lizards.
Elites?
The elites of the world are all lizards.
No, they're not lizards. They're the lizard aliens.
Yeah, lizard people.
Yeah,
they're lizards.
Unfortunately, we've talked about this before.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's.
If if the whole lizard people thing was real, there is one person who I think is the first candidate that we need to look at.
Mr. Beast.
Stephen Greer.
So second would be Mr. Beast because something about his face does not look. I'm sorry, dude, but something about that man looks like it is a costume.
Stephen Greer, he's the one.
Yeah, he is very strange looking.
Whatever the hell that means too, but he's the lizard people boss. All right. With that said, we're going to be out of here, and new conspiracy theory coming soon, I'm sure. Peace.